that God loves you right here, right now, where you are. And God has always loved you. It's just a matter of you have to catch up and realize it too. Love is the power that changes and transforms. Punitive action may help to bring control, but love is that which transforms the heart and the soul. And whenever you are able to be transformed by this incredible agape, unconditional love, then that gives you a greater ability to share that love with others. That is the good news. That is the good news. But John the Baptist also says that you have to prepare yourselves. This is a part of it. It's just not going to fall down upon you one day. Say, God, okay, I just want to be one with you, one with myself, and one with the world. Poof, there it is. I wish it were that easy. I wish it were that easy. You have to prepare yourself. So let me ask you this question. How long does it take to paint a bedroom? Just a regular-sized bedroom. An hour. If you're a fast painter like Debbie Snow, an hour. But think about it. What about the time that you spend, first of all, deciding on what color? Then going to the paint store, purchasing the paint. Then you have to, tape the baseboards and put covering on the floor and do all the what? Preparatory work in order to create the opportunity for you to paint that room in an hour. So there may be several hours involved before you actually paint the room. And then there are those of us, if we're lucky, we hire someone to do it for us. But unfortunately, with our spiritual lives, that's not going to work. And unfortunately, many people want someone to do it for you. You try to attach yourself to someone who's very spiritual and think, well, they're spiritual, so if I just kind of hang out with them every once in a while, maybe it will, come on over to me. No, each and every one of us have to have our own journey. Each and every one of us must go through the experience. Now, once again, for me, someone who has now been preaching since I was 18, I'm 51. Ed, how many years is that? 33? I would ask you how many days. Ed Prout loves things in days. So 33 years, Ed, give us the days anytime you've got it calculated. I've seen this passage a million times. Advent, it's there every year. What can I learn differently from this? And I'll share with you what really stood out for me this time. A voice crying from the wilderness. That's what stood out. We don't want wilderness experiences. We don't like wilderness experiences. We don't try to create them for ourselves. In fact, many of us will do all that we can to avoid the wilderness being symbolic of that weird place that we find ourselves. We don't know who we are. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we're going. Everything that we counted on doesn't seem to work anymore. So now it seems like all the rules have changed and we're not real sure what to do. You all know that place that I'm talking about. And I don't know about you, but for me it has happened many times throughout my life. In the beginning, I would get very anxious about it and very angry about it and very scared of it. Now, I've learned that whenever I'm going into another wilderness, usually totally unaware until I'm out in the middle of it and there's nothing but barrenness all around me, I don't fret. I know that something wonderful is going to emerge from it. A voice crying from the wilderness. I believe that it's when we are in that wilderness experience that we become more aware of who God is. All of a sudden, all the things that distract us don't seem to distract us any longer. Our focus really hones in because we're living with this reality that everything that's familiar to me, everything that seems to sustain me is no longer here. Now what do? It's just me, my wits, and God. I want you to consider this. For everyone here who was frustrated in any way right now, can it be that in your soul there is a voice that's crying out, help! Something's got to change. Something's got to change soon. You keep ignoring me. Okay, keep ignoring me and see what happens next. I believe that within each and every one of us there is a voice that's crying out, and that voice is none other than the voice of God that lives and dwells in the deepest part of who we are in our soul. And sometimes the world around us has to enter into a wilderness experience as a mirror image of what's going on within us. It seems right now that it's not just a financial collapse of the United States economy, but it's a financial collapse of the what? World economy. We are now seeing how incredibly connected we all are, at least in a financial sense. It seems that the whole world right now is looking for some relief. It seems that the whole world right now is seeing that all the rules seem to have switched and changed. It seems that right now everybody's very aware of how much we have and what resources there are available and what do we need to hold on to what we have. And maybe this is not the best time to be making a career change. All of these things are going through our minds right now. And even though it's important that we respond and find a way to live within this global change, what I think is most important is to see that this global change is a simple mirror of what's going on in here. Maybe for so long we thought that our 401k was doing great, it's doubled, and it's everything that we ever need, and now all of a sudden it doesn't seem to be enough. Maybe that can be symbolic of what's going on in our heart and soul. It seems that my life is going in this direction, and everything is great, and everything is wonderful. Uh-oh, I look like I'm almost bankrupt now. Listen to that voice that's crying out in the wilderness. And it seems to me that John the Baptist, as presented in the Gospel of Mark, is extremely wise and intuitive in